Guess who's back? Bubba G. Bubba G is teaching Bible basics for all those who want to know, but especially those 10 and under, because you need to learn. In the last videos, we were in the book of Exodus. Yes, in the book of Exodus, we saw Moses delivering the children of Israel. Yes, remember? They came out of Egypt. They were slaves. And then Pharaoh didn't want to let them go. Then he had to let them go because of the plagues. Then they went through the Red Sea. Then they were in the desert. So in the desert, they didn't have nothing to eat. They didn't have no food. So God, and they were starting to complain. Remember? God was upset. He said, they're complaining. So I'm going to give them food, and I'm going to rain it from the sky. God did a miracle, and he fed the children of Israel for 40 years. Yes, 40 years. Miracle food. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Okay, so in this video, and also, remember, God gave his commands. Yes, he gave his commands. He told them, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to do in the desert on your way to the promised land. In this video, we're going to see God on Mount Sinai. Because remember, when God spoke, there was a trumpet blast, and there was thunder. When God speaks, it gets scary. So we're going to see God on Mount Sinai. So we're going to go back just a little bit and see what God did on Mount Sinai. Where you at, Bubba G? I'm in Exodus 19. We're going to start with verse 16. On the morning of the third day, there was thunder and lightning. A big cloud appeared on the mountain, and a very loud trumpet blast was heard. All the people in the camp trembled with fear. Moses led them out of the camp to meet God. And they stood at the foot of the mountain. All of Mount Sinai was covered with smoke, because the Lord had come down on it in fire. The smoke went up like the smoke of a furnace, and all the people trembled violently. So you see, God is appearing, and the people were afraid. The sound of the trumpet became louder and louder. Moses spoke, and God answered him with thunder. The Lord came down on the top of Mount Sinai and called Moses to the top of the mountain. Moses went up, and the Lord said to him, go down and warn the people not to cross the boundary to come and look at me. If they do, many of them will die. Even the priests who come near me must purify themselves, or I will punish them. Moses said to the Lord, the people cannot come up because you commanded us to consider the mountain sacred and to mark a boundary around it. The Lord replied, go down and bring Aaron back with you. So the Lord said, Moses, go down and bring Aaron back. But the priests and the people must not cross the boundary to come up to me, or I will punish them. Moses then went down to the people and told them what the Lord had said. So what do we see here? We see God came down on Mount Sinai. There was trumpet blasts and thunder and smoke and fire. But he told Moses, don't let the people come up. They cannot see me face to face. They will die. Not even the priests. They need to be sanctified. They need to be purified. But you, Moses, bring Aaron with you. And when this happened, God spoke those commands right after that in Exodus 20 that we read in the last video. So the people were in fear when God came on Mount Sinai. So now, excuse me, I have something in my throat. So now we're going to go to chapter 24, verse 9. Moses, Aaron, Nabat, and Abihu, and 70 of the leaders of Israel went up the mountain, and they saw the God of Israel. Beneath his feet, they saw, let me back up. And they saw the God of Israel. Beneath his feet was what looked like pavement of sapphire, as blue as the sky. God did not harm these leaders, these leading men of Israel. They saw God, and then they ate and drank. So on this account, God let Moses, Aaron, Nabid, and Abihu come and see him on the mount. Yes.